Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? I've noticed that Mike has put on some pounds since he's been home. But when him and Justine was walking into that doctor's office, I was like, man, Mike has gained weight since the season began. Him and Justine look like they expected. Mike, I know this is probably sympathy weight, but I'm gonna need you to slow down, homeboy, because you kind of losing your cuteness. You're tall, you was thick. Now you going into dad bod, bruh. Your hair is growing, but you got gray strands, and your face is fat. It's like, okay, come on, Mike. Don't lose this. Don't lose it, okay? And they got their hair braided together. Since they don't dress alike anymore, they're gonna have the same hairstyle now. Justine got that big old heart on the side of her head. Hey girl, I see ya. You can tell the same braider did their hair. And I'm gonna need Kim to shut up, child. Joey is your son, man, and you gonna stick beside him, honey, child. And Kate came over and apologized to the kids as she should have, but she should have brought some flowers for the wife. Sometimes you gotta get along. You gotta do things to get along. Well, welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now, let's get into some kiki and some haha and get into another episode of Love or Life after Lockup, Season 5, Episode 49, High Risk Lies. Do we like the title of this episode? No. Are we gonna change it? I didn't think of nothing. It was a good episode. I had to write notes, and you guys know I haven't written notes down in a few weeks, but I had to jot some stuff down. So drop down in the comments. Let me know what you rate this week's episode, and if you would change the title, what would you change it to? Because I get the high risk comes from Justine, but the lies comes from Joey. Not Joey. Where's the lies part coming from? Who lying? Oh, Joey. Yeah, duh. I was thinking Louie because I'm thinking about this ring, but then Joey. Okay, let's get into it. I can't figure them out. Let's get into it. And besties, don't forget to like this video when you come in. You might, if you're gonna stay a while, if you're gonna stay, hit the like button. Ding dong, that subscription bell button, and let's get into it. So let's see. We'll start off with Bianca and Daniel. So the homegirl came to visit from Florida. Child, did she just spend the night? Did she come for a day? She was in and out. So Bianca was great, was glad she came. She needed her girl time. They both agreed that Daniel love bombed Bianca. And that's a new terminology the kids use, um, when people act like they in love with you, but they not, and you fall for them, and they just kick you to the curb, I guess. So that was that on that. So he tells the friend that, yeah, it looks like I did love bomb her, but no, I'm not really, when you just in jail, she's explaining like how you feel when you in jail, and you just trying to pour into somebody because you want them to pour into you. And it was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, oh, you want a little nice little cute girl that has some money to take care of stuff. And he was like, maybe. But he was like, I just regret proposing to her, because she moved out here. I got out, and just life hit both of us fast. And so the friend is just sitting there like, yeah, sure. You just dragging her along. And he tells production he will end this relationship when he stops believing in them. And he also knows that she'll end the relationship if he doesn't propose to her. And so he tells production, like, we'll just have to see which will happen first, you know. And he was like, that's a good question. You know, Daniel has some sense. You almost think like he's too smart to go to jail, but it's not like smart people are not in jail. It's just like he seems like he kind of, he seems pretty smart to me. And I wanted to go back to last week, you guys, when I did the review from last week's episode and how Brittany was just mad about cleaning up that little 1-bedroom apartment that had one pot, one air mattress, and a box. I'm just sitting here like, Brittany, you are Mexican. Cleaning up is in your DNA. Housekeeping should be a part of who you are. You're Mexican. They love their house. Most women are housekeepers. Not most, but you know what I mean, you guys. A lot of the housekeepers are Mexican, and she sit here complaining about cleaning up an empty apartment. So I just had to say that because I was like, I just gotta say it. I just gotta say it. And we didn't even see our favorite couple this week. And I don't think I like them because I don't like Brittany. And I did not miss her tonight. I did not, but I just had to go back and retract my thought. Okay. And I might add that to my reviews if I have a retract moment. If I put a note down after I do a review, I might just call it a retract moment. I like that. Moving on. So what else with them? So yeah, pretty much if he stops believing in a relationship, he's gonna quit her. And he knows, she's gonna end up quitting him because they're just not strong enough. The relationship is not moving forward. Bianca is in a dreamland. She just wants to get married. She don't even care about the not getting along and the fussing and the complaining that she does. And Daniel ain't here for it. And what we know to date, they have broken up. That's what happened this week. They have broken up, and honey, Daniel got some new chick or chicks, and Bianca says he was cheating on her, and they don't live together anymore. But we don't know if she lives in Arizona or did she move back to Florida. But I'll let you know if I hear anything. Okay, so Kim and Joey, she makes him take another P test. He tests clean from everything. But she told him that she Googled and it said that the C word, the white, um, the sugar booger, that only lasts in your system for 3 days. And so he just don't know what to say. He just speaks in defense. Who, me? I didn't lie. I told you the truth. You think I get high? I don't want that for you. Oh, where do I go? I be washing the car sometimes. Just, girl. Oh, goodness. So that was that. So the next segment that we see them on, honey, Kim is in the car crying her eyes out. Real tears, okay? She just left the courthouse or the jailhouse. Child, Joey that went to the PO and he tested positive with THC. And he took the test 3 times and he flunked all 3 tests. He failed and he had to do a 90-day program in order to not go to jail. So Joey's in rehab. Are we shocked? Child, no. Now he went down to the dispensary and got something, and it had and it shows up THC. Now it is legal in North Carolina, okay, but when you are on probation, parole, you can't test dirty for drugs for. Oh God, don't get me, YouTube, don't get me, please. You can't test dirty. Okay. So he's in rehab. And so in these next 3 months, she's crying because Joey's gonna miss out on, his alleged son's no, the baby. His first day, no, the oldest. He's getting ready to go to kindergarten. So he's gonna miss his alleged son's first day at kindergarten. He's gonna miss her birthday. He's gonna miss the other baby's birthday. And honey, she says she still loves him. She don't feel no different about Joey. Girl, that's because you one of them chicks that are, very docile. You don't want to be alone, and you just gonna put up with anything because he's your crush from high school, junior high, childhood, and you think you got a winner, and you don't. Should no man be having you in the car crying your eyes out? Do you know Kim had to move? Because remember, they had to move out that house. I bet you them owners said, "You ain't moving that felon in my house. Get out." I bet you Kim got evicted. Just like how Cameron and Eris had to get out their place because they found out he was moving in, and the HOA did not want Cameron living around them. She had to move. So I bet you that's why Joey, even though Kim don't even have neighbors, they was like, "You ain't moving him. We know Joey. We know him. He ain't living in my house." So she had to move into another house. It's cute, looks kind of small, but Kim knows how to make any place look comfortable and homely and inviting. They have a big old dog now. He in the living room barking at everything. I'm like, it is no room in that house for that big old dog. But here we are. So she tells us, honey, she is tired of being a breadwinner. And she had, girl, what do you mean? You've always been the breadwinner. You're the breadwinner. Joey is the bread taker. What are you talking about? She says she has to get back to not depending on anybody for anything. Girl, Joey is not dependable. What? Because he can go get the kids? Well, he's doing that because you bought him the car. That's the least he can do, especially when he think one of them is his son. I mean, like, what else does Joey do for you? You do everything. Joey is your third son. What are you talking about? You ain't gonna borrow no money from your dad. You just made Joey ask him for $7,000. Girl, knock it off. So then the cousin Tatum come over. Hey, girl. She has a son. Didn't know that, or I didn't remember. So she comes over to see the new place. And Kim's relationship with her is really weird. Like, you really think this girl care about you and Joey? And like, I wouldn't want that girl in my business, but I guess Kim just doesn't see it like that. She just sees her cousin. She wants her cousin to love her, and that's that. So of course Tatum is not surprised when she asks, "Where's Joey?" "He's in rehab." She's like, "Not surprised there." And she was like, "You gonna kick him to the curb because he gonna always have this, deal with this problem, And so she's like, "Well, no, because they call him daddy now. I can't get out this crazy and strange. I ain't gonna say abuse." This unequally yoked relationship. They call him daddy now. I can't take that from him. So Tatum is like, "Oh, Kim is living in a fairy tale. And so they go back downstairs. And so she asks Kim what we all been wanting to know. "Girl, never mind him going to rehab and you buying another house. Where is that DNA test? It don't take this long. Where is the DNA results?" So she tell her cousin it's in a drawer. She got it. She didn't feel like looking at it because she's afraid that she gonna have to pay that baby daddy, her ex-husband. She gonna have to pay him back in pay back the child support, and she doesn't know where she gonna get it from. Girl, you gonna get it from your paycheck because he gonna garnish it. You ain't gotta worry about it. They not gonna let you pay them back. They gonna take that money back from you, girl. Okay, it's gonna be a take that, take that. So the cousin she gives the cousin an envelope. The cousin asks, "Can I open it?" As she's opening it. "Why are you asking that? She gave you the envelope. Open up and tell us what it say." So of course they got us go have us wait till next week. She opens the envelope, and honey, she looks up at Kim with her mouth wide open, eyes all big. She is in shock. Besties, what do you think? I think that baby ain't gonna be the ex-husband's or Joey's. I just don't. That baby gonna be somebody else's. But she do look like Joey. Just he do. Okay, so who else? Child. Should we do Melissa and Louie? Uh-uh. Let's do Justine and Mike. Big Mike. So we know Justine is a high risk. She's 38 weeks now. It's time to get the baby out. And that's fine. And I don't like the nurse. You could tell she don't have kids because she just puts all this fear and stress in you. She is not nurturing at all. She just, oh, because you're gonna the play this. She just would just make you just second guess everything. She don't have no compassion or nothing. So 38 weeks, you only go up to 40 to be full term. Like she can have that baby. So they're gonna make the appointment. She got to get it out ASAP. So Mike is like, call your mama. And it's like, why, Mike? All that woman gonna do is stress Justine out. So she calls her mama. Her mama is just not phased. She's like, Mom, can you get here can you get here tonight, tomorrow? I gotta go. I'm having an emergency. I don't even think Justine told her exactly what. And the mom is like, well, what's wrong? And she like, I said it's an emergency. And I said, Justine, you cannot talk to your mama any kind of way. And I understand mamas are a lot, but you sitting here wanting love from her, and you're telling a story in the middle. You just making it seem like your mama is just so terrible and she's just so horrible. She treats you so unfair and you just want her love, and but you know what, Justine, you've been having babies since you was 17. You're 36 now. You've been having babies for 20 years. Like, you need to get a new gig. Like, girl, you got to find something else to do. Your mother supports you financially, and it's not okay that you could just go around meeting random dudes and having babies for them, because it sounds like every child has a different father. And you just expect your mama to pick up the pieces. So when she step in with her authority and she don't want, oh boy, at the hospital when you giving birth, what did he do to deserve that? Your mama ain't just picking on these people. You just can't get me to side with you. You was working, had a job. You meeting somebody in jail and got married and quit your job, and he trying to be a rapper and he got kids. You got kids now. Y'all got heck of kids, and you want her to support you. Your mother has a life. She deserves to live, and you probably are just a pain in her side, and that ain't where I wanted to put the pain. It sounds like you may be her only child, and you're just spoiled. You're spoiled rotten, and you having all these kids that you can't take care of. Yes, she's done. Cause didn't the mom buy the house and put her name on the house so you can get it? And you over there with this man, and y'all, child. So Mike has been out for 2 years, and he owned his second baby since he been home. Mike, I'm gonna need you to find something else to do. Y'all both. Well, she said once she has this baby, they gonna take her tubes because she really can't have no more anyway. The next time if she wants any more, it has to be with IVF. That's expensive, and you just don't need any more. You already have, what is this? They both had 3 each, right? Oh no, somebody got no. I think Mike has 4, she has 3, and now they have 2. Yeah, that's a lot. So Mike says Justine got the single mother syndrome because the nurse is telling her when she gets home, this is a real surgery. Take it seriously, and you can't be picking up Manhattan or nothing else because you can't lift. She's crying because she already hasn't held her daughter in a couple of weeks, and her birthday is coming up, and she won't be able to throw the party because they have to move the pregnancy up. Remember, she was supposed to have the baby the day after Manhattan's first birthday party. Well, now that's not going to happen. So she's still trying to make stuff happen. Well, she got to have a party. Like, no, she does not. She's turning 1. She's not even going to remember. Well, I got to give her a cake or something. Okay, take a picture so you'll have something. She'll understand because she might be more mature than you at this point. Okay, so Melissa and Louie. Oh my God, I got so much to say. Melissa, you are so impressionable. As much crap as you give Louie, it just seemed like your backbone would be stronger. You gonna let your sister and your girlfriend just make you thinking that Louis ain't no good, that he's still a felon, that he just stole the ring off of a truck. A truck, Melissa? Did you get it from somewhere else? You know, like a truck? I kiki so hard off that. This girl think he done robbed a truck to get the ring. Like, really, girl? So Melissa and her hating friend, when they left the dress shop, they go get the ring appraised because she's telling Melissa, like, there ain't no way that ring is real. Okay, bet. Let's go to the place. The appraiser appraises the ring and tells her, oh, it's real. This is a natural diamond. So the friend just can't be happy for you. She goes from, oh, well, so wait, well, how much is it worth? He come back, over 20,000. So, you know, they got the exact figure when after he appraised it, it's 24,000. Oh, so now she's like, oh, well, is he selling illegal substances to get the money? Because Melissa's like, oh, my, he has sure done sold a lot of pizzas. And it goes from now he got to sell stuff to get this money because there's no way he saved the money. Then it's like, oh, what did he go to jail for again? And it's like, girl, like, will you chill? Will you chill? She just won't let it be like, okay, he really loved my friend and he really saved his money, got his stuff together. He spent this kind of money. And Melissa, shame on you for even questioning Louis, because you should know your man more than anybody. Okay. So there's her and Louis are sitting down, and she's pretty much like, well, I took it to the appraisal. He just like, oh, that's what you did, huh? Listening to your friends. Okay, you thought I was gonna give you some facts. So Louis proud of himself in this moment. And so she said, well, there's something wrong. And he was like, okay, what's the but? I love my ring. Well, what's the but? Well, it's illegal because it's not etched. Because jewelry has a carat marking in it. And typically there's a hallmark or a letter mark on your metal to show the purity of the metal, right? So now, since the girl in her ear talking about, well, he went to jail for armed robbery. So now she's questioning Louis's love for her, the ring, how much she means to him. And it's like, you're basing the ring on how much your worth is to Louis. You're priceless, Melissa. So her thing is, you could go back to jail. Girl, ain't nobody finna be sitting here looking at the inside of your ring. But just a wonder why the jeweler didn't etch the landmark, the letter mark into the ring or whatever, because it could be jail time if it goes, whatever. But Louis is like, look, check this out. That's not on me. He got paperwork, child. He got a license. He got a warrant. He got a permit for this rig. He got a receipt. He like, nah, I got my paperwork. And so it's just like, Louis' thing is, you got to look beyond what I used to do. Like, just because I went to jail don't mean I'm still a felon. Like, Louis has gotten himself straight. He is straight, and I see why when women get with men, they kind of like will ditch their friends, because look what y'all do when she try to make y'all a part of her life. Y'all in there just hating. Your own sister can't be happy for you. I get it. You don't want her with nobody that went to jail, but let the man prove himself. Yeah, her daddy likes him, or she's tolerating. No, sorry, he's tolerating Louis. But y'all just be, and so Melissa even knows that the friend doesn't have a good relationship, and she trying to put that on her. Well, stop including her, Melissa. Stop it. Zaria and Troy, baby Troy and Yana. Ciao. So, being that Troy was not able to go pick up his daughter and his mom from the train station, Zaria feels comfortable in apologizing for her actions. How dare you? Ugh. So she made up with Troy. They had a good community day. They passed out food. They were getting along. They got 50 kids to sign up with Project Heal. So now this girl can finagle and pay her rent and buy more clothes and weed for her husband. So they did not celebrate their anniversary. They went ahead and just gave it all into the community day. So the next day, they're getting ready to go meet Yana at a park. Whew. And it's like, child, this was a lot. So Zaria realizes it's her fault that he did not go pick up his daughter and Karen. Well, duh, you kicked him out the car. You wouldn't let him. Yes, you kicked him out the car. How was he supposed to go up there? You left him stranded somewhere to where it looks like he had to get in the van, the production's van, to get back home. Like, Zaria, you be tripping. You the one need the weed, not him. He's smoking weed to stop, not go upside your head. But you got him in check. You got Troy wrapped around your finger, girl, and it you can tell. So they meet Yana. She comes up there. First of all, what does Zaria have on? Because, honey, you know if you finna go see the baby mama, honey, you finna put on some clothes. You gotta look cute. Come on now. We all women. We can talk about it. But honey, Zaria like trick that. She got on pink socks, a yellow shirt, a black and white knit ugly hat. It was like, what her Adidas were cute though. I like the tennis shoes, but what do you have on? And even Yana wasn't even cute. She got on some blue sweatpants with a black t-shirt. So it must have been cold. I don't know, but it is what it is. But she looked decent, but she had a hat on. She was like, I didn't have time to go get my hair done. She actually Yana looked like she was dressed like she was ready to fight. She was ready to fight. That's what Yana was giving me now I think about it. So they get there, right? And so it's just like he like, so Troy said in the car on the way there that he was nervous to be bothered with Yana. Because you're scared, you're scary. We're like Troy don't have no backbone. So when he sees her, he's smiling. I don't know if y'all peeped that. He was smiling, child. Wait, but back in the car, did y'all notice Zaria was touching up them bumps with her makeup sponge? Girl, she just patting. Girl, Yana could see that face. Girl, just knock it off. Yana saw it. She know everybody could see it, girl. Stop trying to hide under all that makeup and heal your skin, girl. So Troy sees Yana. He like, where my daughter at? He just smiling. And she said, oh, you got to give her a proper apology first. And I agree. And so she said, we need to get an understanding first. We got to build our co-parent stability first. And she's like, I came here to talk to you. I have a child with you. I don't have a kid with her. I don't want to talk to her. I've already told you this. And I don't know why she's here. And I agree, like, because y'all the thing was, if you're gonna disrespect me, she is too. So me and you, we gotta talk so that we can get an understanding, so she can have an understanding, and then we can, kumbaya. Troy talking about what you can lead in, and she like, no, we need to talk. We need to communicate. How you gonna dismiss her? Like, Troy, you are just stop it. And you really got to take a look at your situation. Zaria has abandonment issues. Zaria is insecure. Zaria may be on the spectrum. Um, she don't even take care of her own son full time. She doesn't like your daughter. She's jealous of the whole situation. She's trying to keep you away from him. Duh, did you see what she did last week on the show, which was yesterday from today's show? She prevented you from going to get Karen. And she probably did not want Karen to come because Karen is a little cuckoo. But the child has to be here. She's not old enough to travel alone. So not Yana. So Zaria, you either have to deal with Karen or Yana. Okay? This was your opportunity to put it on the table to get to know Yana. You cannot bypass Yana. And that's exactly what Troy is trying to do. He's trying to not be bothered with Yana to get to the daughter because he's the dad. That's not how this works, honey. You've been gone. You've been missing all of her life. She only like you because they said you her daddy. She don't know you. It's just like Yana likes to say, she's a stranger. Baby Troy is a stranger to you, Troy, and Zaria is a stranger to you, Troy, and to baby Troy and to Yana. Yana is like, I am not comfortable with my daughter being around y'all because Zaria is a stranger to you. First of all, she's unreasonable like you. You act just like her. So there ain't gonna be no resolve because you trying to bypass Yana to get to the daughter. She's like, I ain't feeling no kind of ways about none of this. You ain't dissing me because you been not being in her life. I drove out here to try to, and none of that is taken into consideration. That lady that drove 2 hours to get to y'all to go meet in the park. So, and then Yana was saying, y'all be feuding all the time. Like, I don't feel comfortable with my daughter coming around y'all. Trust me, Karen went back and told her how y'all get down at the house. She told it. Now, Karen, yeah, she's unhinged for real, but she telling the truth about Zaria. You couldn't even put on and pretend and act decent in front of his mama. You know exactly. Karen is running back and telling everybody that you're crazy. So now Yana knows you're crazy. So then Troy jumps up. Is my daughter in the car? Let me go see if my daughter in the car. You said you was bringing my daughter. So he get up and walk to the car because he a little uncomfortable anyway. So Zaria's sitting there. And so Yana tells her, this is when you check your husband. Correct your husband. He doing too much. Control your husband. And she like, Yana, don't start talking to me now. Control your husband. And so Yana told Zaria, you a kid too. You just as dumb too. And walked off. I was like, dang. Man, Zaria, you gonna let that girl read you like that? She telling the truth now. Yana ain't lying. Yana got it all figured out. She ain't no fool. I like her. But y'all gonna have to get it together. And Troy, Yana does not respect this because Zaria was married to your cellmate, popped at you. You told her to get divorced. She did. And then y'all get married. Yana don't respect you because she probably still was in love or is in love and thought you was coming home to her because that jail talk beat a whole bunch of beep. And you got that, but she can deal with it. It seems like she's dealing with that and she's trying to be mature. And you just got to meet her where she is. Am I done? I'm done, right? I did Kim and Joey, Justine and Mike. Oh, Tina and Rob, my favorite couple. Honey, let me just say, Kate, hello, Kate, Mrs. Kate, Miss Kate, Ma'am Kate, Mama Kate. You need anger management. You do. You are so pent up. I don't know where it's coming from. Sorry, I have to get my water. I don't know where this anger is coming from, but there's so many layers to it. Is the woman in love with Rob? She seems like she just a little bit in love with her son. Like, that son husband, the son boyfriend type of relationship. I don't know what's going on between them, but does the woman love money this much? Like, does she love money this much? Because I'm just sitting here like, no offense, but I live in California, the Bay Area. It's expensive here. No secret. Kate lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma. How much does it cost to live there? Because I'm sure it's affordable. If you just had a cool job, I'm sure it's way less than living here. And I just can't see why she's so up in arms about Rob and all of this. And just because he did get it wrong about the fight. So let's get into it. Teeny is on, this is her first day on her new job. She's a paralegal or a legal assistant. She's at work. They show us her answering the phone. I don't believe she's at no job. I believe she's in that house in another room. She might be in the attic or the basement, but I think she's in the house. Because how you going to be on your new job sitting on the phone watching your household from your new job? At least she could have went on a break and went to the car and did it, or went into a lunchroom. But yeah, that was kind of fake. So anyway, she's first day at her new job. Rob is sitting outside with the kids having breakfast, and he's just letting them know, because he's been talking to them about bringing his mother back into the circle of family, because that's only like right. He wants his mother around. We understand. We understand. So he had been calling his mom. She'd been ignoring his calls. So the brother came to mediate because Miss Kate has decided to come visit. When Teeny is at work, he didn't tell Teeny. And we get it. He just don't want all that drama. He's trying to find some resolve to bring it together. That's what he's doing. I understand it. Should he have said no? He can't tell you, Teeny, because he don't want to go through that back and forth with you. He trying to get, he got enough going on with Kate. He just trying to work it out with his mama. That's his business. And when it comes to that, that is his business. And I don't like that she gonna confront him. You did that and didn't tell me. I mean, I get that you do want to talk about it, but let him come to you. Like, he's not your child, Teeny. He is a man. He is a man. So the mom and the brother come, they outside. She comes in and she apologizes to both of the kids as they go inside. She says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Love that. Thank you, Kate. So they come in. They ain't talked. She goes on to, I'm hurt because we don't talk and we family and you didn't come to Tulsa and we thought you was coming to the family, and he like, mama, he like, let me figure this out first. Like, me and my family decided that we gonna stay in Yukon. This is where we raising our kids. And, give me a minute. I just got out of jail. Like, let me figure this out, And so she's just like, so they talk about how that fight happened. Rob clearly is oblivious. He do not remember how it went down because it happened so fast. He had to get in, jump in, break them up. He does not remember or think. And I always thought that when they got back home, that he never did say nothing to her about, you hit my mama though. So he is like, no, she didn't hit you. You hit her. She didn't hit you because she don't do that. Pretty much he was like, I raised her right. She no better hit my mama. She did not touch you. That got Kate fired up. I'm not that crazy. Did y'all hear her say that? I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. And that should be the name of the episode. That should be the title. Man, so she knows she crazy. Rob's father has told her that. Many men before or after Rob's daddy has let that woman know that she is crazy. So she's all just, she violated me. She disrespected me. You treat us bad. And he like, mama, she didn't do it. She didn't do it. I'm like, Rob, you need to watch the tape back, sir. Oh, you got to watch the tape back. So Kate is banging on the table, hollering and screaming. Child, you can't be hollering in that neighborhood. I was surprised the neighbors didn't call the police. Y'all saw how close the next door neighbor's house was. I hope they was at work. She was like, so she just frustrated. I don't care no more. Do you? I don't care no more. You don't want this? You don't want to mess with us? Fine. We'll just move forward. Do you? Kate, Rob don't have no more money. You mad because he found some true happiness? He got an established family. He got a woman that loves him, kids that adore him. What are you mad about? Because he's not taking care of you? Well, what is that son doing? Keyshawn. And by the way, they look alike. Him and Rob look alike. What is he doing? Is this the brother that supposedly was getting money with Rob? because he don't look like he had no money either. What I think you just need to understand, it's time to go to work, Kate. You ain't that old. Kate is in her 50s. You need to go to work, girl. But Kate is just so hot-headed. I don't know why. She had a stroke yet? Kate, we need you to calm down, Mom. You gotta calm down. These are grown men. They got their own families. You need to calm down and get your life. You gotta stop depending on your kids. Where did you see who told you it was okay to need and lean and depend on your kids to take care of you? What part of the game is that? Whew, that was the end of the episode, besties. That woman wore me out. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode. Please like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Help this channel grow, please. And I appreciate it. Thank you. That's it. I'll see you next time. It'll be Bell Collective. I will holler later. Bye, besties.